We're on. Alright, hello guys and gals, hello all Poxers. This is Mighty Mito live with us tonight from the US. Zorbot, the champion of KF. Alright, pleasure to have you here tonight with us, Zorbot.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Alright. How long have you been playing Pox?
Um, it's it's kind of hard to say. When I first started, um, I remember I didn't really play much at all. And by not play much, I mean I would play once every couple of months.
We're on.
Um, and that was I was only in training grounds. And when I actually started considering really playing, probably about 4 or 5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
Octopi had it then. Um, I wish I knew exactly how long, but I can't really remember. Something like 5 years. Let's go with that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so you've been chosen to represent Keither Forest in the tournament. When you started playing PoxNora on regular basis, did you start with KF or did you start off with another faction and then you found your way through the factions to KF?
Yeah, I actually when I first started, KF was my least favorite faction.
Whoa.
I couldn't stand it.
Uh-huh.
I mainly played SP and Forsaken Waste. Um, it was I had a game against some guy who was playing Kathir Forest, and I'd never seen a faction play like that before. And after that game, I decided I didn't hate KF anymore. And from then on, KF was going to be my faction.
Mm-hmm. Alright, why KF?
And the play style, you have you have the opportunity to rush. You have the opportunity to turtle. You can turn a game around with any. You have so many options to turn games around, and so many different ways you can build BGs. And with that, you can so many different play styles that it can allow you to play with, and um, it
Uh,
enables you. I think the faction as a whole is allows you to play in a way that you kind of adapt to what your
gives you a
opponent.
lot of options throughout the match.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I was just interviewing Dragon 11 hours ago, Tiny Dragon.
Mhm.
And he said the same thing, the exact same thing. His favorite is KF because it gave him room to use a lot of strategies in the same match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I play a lot of
So,
BGs, man, and KF is the funnest.
yeah.
Yeah.
In the upcoming match between you and Lord Q, the toughest thing to do is to create a battle group that will be used throughout the tournament against different factions. So, what challenged you the most while creating this battle group?
Well, initially, I mean, I thought I was playing Devil's Wrath, and he was playing IS, and
Mhm,
so I was thinking, how am I going to deal with Excavator times
mhm.
two? And I wasn't even really thinking about games after that.
Yeah.
As far as the challenge goes, it's like, do I want to make it thematic, or do I want it to be a meta so it gives like a taste of everything? And what I ended up
Oh,
doing was,
so I'm gonna offer you something now, and I'm gonna offer it live because I want to apologize to our viewers that we did this without putting it in the schedule on the forums. But
mm,
it's because different players have different time zones, and it's really hard to pair people up in POX.
yeah,
Yesterday, we were supposed to have Yo Banshee versus Dumpraiser, and Dumpraiser couldn't make it. And so I decided that actually agreeing on a set of time is cool, but it doesn't always work. And as I said, the battle groups should be ready for all the factions. But in this case, if you want to put a couple of tweaks in the battle group for Lord Q, that'd be cool, you know, because it was all of a sudden the match was not planned for.
no, I mean the BG I created, I think I
Will
think it will
stand up
do.
to all.
I think it should be able to handle it.
Mhm.
I'll just roll
Uh,
with it, man.
so what will be your strategy? What should we expect from you in the upcoming match?
Man, the thing about Pox is you can have an ideal strategy with your BG, but a lot of maps and draw scenarios kind of don't allow you to do that. So what I'm hoping for is ideally I can rush him and get
Hmm.
into his fonts and harass him, and then
KF style.
yeah, ideally
Uh,
that's what I want to do every game. But uh,
yeah. So did you face Lord Q before?
I've played him a few times before. Um,
So knowing how he plays, and knowing his faction, UD, likely scenario game, in your opinion.
um, well, it's it's the same. I feel like with a lot of UD players, it's I have to worry about a lot of initiative. Um,
Hmm.
so I have to worry about that dragon popping out and flame striking me for 20 damage.
Yes.
Um, so that's one of the biggest things is kind of keeping that in mind. Another thing is like UD. Certain players have different iterations, and I think if I remember right, his is one that has a lot of range hate. And playing KF against BGs that have a lot of range hate is really, really
Hmm.
frustrating and difficult.
Yeah.
But you learn ways around it. You stall, you stall, you stall until you can finally take it down. And that's
So
kind of
you
what.
think that the match will take a while?
It really depends on the map and the draw. Uh,
Hmm.
it's a good map, good draw. Hopefully, I can win real quick. If
Hmm.
not, maybe I'll lose real quick. But,
So your favorite faction is obvious, but what is your favorite champion? And you would have to choose one. Maybe you can choose two, but what is your favorite single champ?
oh, that is a very, very difficult question. Oh man, there's so many really cool champs. Uh, God, I kind of want to say it's Warcaller Fueling because I remember when I first started this game and started trading, I traded about every rune I had for a Warcaller Fueling because I didn't know
Hmm.
what values were and I
Oh.
wanted that bear so bad. Um, so for nostalgia purposes, I'll have to go with Fueling.
So, what are the things that make PoxNora different from other strategy and TCG games? And what are the things that you hate about Pox? The things you love, the things you hate, the things that make it special.
All right. Well, for the first part, what makes it different? I think it's your the ability to not only create your own battle groups, um, but to play against other people's like actual people's
Oh.
battle groups, and
Hmm.
you also have this Nora element, and there's so many. You have a time limit, and there's so many different factors that go into one game that you have to keep in mind about. There's
Yeah.
mathematical calculations of am I going to have enough damage to get this kill? Um, and there's just that combination of factors I think is unique. I think other games have part of that, not all
Yes,
of it.
it is indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are the most things you love about Pox and things you hate?
The things I love about Pox is the ability. Like I think my all-time favorite thing about this game is being able to come back from 3 or 4 fonts down and you just have no chance of winning, but then you make one really you see something
Yeah.
where you're able to turn a whole game around.
Matches can change pretty fast.
Yeah, I think there's something really magical about the game that you can be really far down. Tiny does this all the time. In fact, I think 60-70% of our games between Tiny and I'm beating him, and then he all of a sudden has 300 Nora and then stomps me.
Yeah.
As far as things I hate about the game, I would say it would have to be the maps and the draw factors. Because of the way the maps are designed, the game has always been and probably always will be rush centered. Um,
Hmm.
and at times it's fun, but then at other times it's frustrating. You know, when a game
Yeah.
starts and on turn two you've lost. That's something that's really
The-
just aggravating about this.
Irritating.
Yeah.
So we all thought that Pox was gonna die. Now, first off, did you think that Pox was gonna die?
Yeah, I kind of did, man. I was holding out hope. You know, I was one of the last few, I think, that at least of the people I talked to that was still trying to play and still trying to keep up the good fight. But yeah,
Mm,
I for sure thought the end was nigh.
mm. So we all now know that the end is not nigh, and that Pox has a lot more going for it. At least we hope so.
Yeah.
So now that the new company and the new devs are coming in, and Sony is moving out, what are you hoping for the game? What do you expect? You know.
Um, what I'm hoping for is ideally a change in maps and a change in the way CP works for champions. I think grinding CP is just an awful idea for champions. I have to buy all these tokens to make your champions playable. I think that's just bad. And as far as the maps make it. I think there has to be a total revamp of all the maps to eliminate the draw factor.
Mhm.
Um, as far as things I don't want to see happen, I really, you know, there's a lot of people really out against complexity creep. I'm not sure that I'm one of them. Um,
Do you like that? Do you dislike that? Do you want
well,
more strategy, more complexity?
you know, part of me wants it, but then another part of me is like, well, I really
Hmm.
want more people playing Pox. And I
Yeah.
remember when I started, I thought there was no way I was going to know all of
Understand the
the,
game, yes.
and that was 4 or 5 years ago, man. Now, like, I can't even imagine being a new player in this environment, especially with new runes coming out with more new abilities. Um,
So you think that the problem is with the complexity creep is that more abilities are being introduced to every faction but are not being developed?
well, yeah. Well, the thing is there should be, I think, kind of a consistency in these new runes and their new abilities. So if you introduce some new champions to Kadir Forest, for example, and
Yeah.
one of them has a new ability, um, I think maybe one new ability per expansion would be fine, especially if that ability ideally synergizes with
Other
perhaps,
abilities and other
yeah,
stuff, yes.
yeah. And so
Um,
it's like a natural build up in abilities and
yeah.
yeah.
So in the upcoming expansion, we know that a new expansion is coming on the way. So what are you expecting for Kather Forest?
Uh, I've learned not to expect things, but I am hoping for some new centaurs. I've been hoping for centaurs for some time. I've been a centaur fan and
So you want them to
enthusiast.
develop on this theme?
Yeah, I think they're just so bad and they're so much fun, partially because they're so bad that I really just I want to be able to make a full BG with them and do
Hmm.
terrible with it. That's what I want.
All right. So you play on a daily basis, right?
Um,
Regularly.
I, generally, I haven't actually before today. I haven't played in I think a couple of weeks, so I'm ill prepared for this. But generally,
No.
I would say
All
I
right.
try to play a game or two a day if I can.
Yeah. So watching the field now, what are the most important and dominant factions and split factions?
You know, I heard Tiny say that Savage Tundra is probably the strongest faction, and I would probably
Yeah.
have to I would probably have to agree with him. Sav,
Hmm.
okay, so when I first started, I hated Kadir Forest, and then afterwards, my hate moved on to Savage Tundra, and I've been largely biased against them for some time.
Oh,
The efficiency of their champions because they're bonus, and that font bonus too is, oh my god, they're so good. As far as splits, hyper meta splits are always really powerful. I've been playing a trap BG.
Zorbot, I'd have to intercede here. I have to intercede here.
Okay.
Because I want to tell our viewers that we're after a couple of questions now. We're moving on to a Q&A section. So if you have any questions for Zorbot, ask him now, and we're gonna address it later on. All right, so go on.
Okay. So I've been playing a trap BG. I play a few battle groups, and I play a trap knockback BG, which is really powerful. Um, has some counters, but it deals with things like super champs extraordinarily well. Um,
Hmm.
so as far as like powerful, I would say ST is, God. You can go any direction in ST, and it's strong. Um, and hyper splits, I think, are really, really powerful. Anything that just throws a bunch of meta champions together, whether or not they synergize, doesn't matter. They're just so efficient that they can really.
An AP denial BD, which is not a BD that has a lot of shiny stuff, is on the rise right now. What do you think of that?
Man, you can make any BG work if you're
Hmm.
good enough. Uh,
Yeah.
well, maybe not centaurs, but
So, what do you think are the good boxers, the best boxers you faced before?
the best boxes. Obviously, I would say Tiny and Riv would probably have to be the top two. Um, I think Devil's Wrath is right up there with them. And actually, I learned quite a bit from Riv. Um,
Devils. Hmm.
he and Shazara kind of took me under their
Oh,
wing and showed me
so
this is
you've been
how
with
you
us
do.
since the beginning, the days of Raverath and Shazara and all those guys.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, a number of my runes still belong to Shazara, so
Oh,
if he comes back, I'll have to give him back to him. But
yeah, the ancient runes, I guess.
yeah, yeah. Actually,
Right.
almost all of my runes are runes that people have given me, and
Oh, seriously?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
Well, that's an interesting fact.
yeah. I was the only KF player for a long time without any Thorn collections when they became available for gold. Uh,
So,
uh,
do you believe that free-to-play players can make it in PoxNora?
I do, um, but I don't think they can get up to top tier, as in like top 25 or so. Might be really difficult. Although right now, I think the competition isn't as strong as it has been in the past. So I think now, if you're gonna go free to play and not spend a lot of money on the game, now's probably the best time to try to do that.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, I don't think there are questions. One second. Okay, so there are no questions. Pleasure to have you here with us tonight, Zorbart. I hope you well in the upcoming match. We're gonna be commentating it live, and after the match, we're gonna have Lord Q with us live for another interview.
All right,
All right, pleasure to have you here.
thanks, man.
Okay. All right, guys. So we're gonna go off for a couple seconds, and then we're gonna start with the match. It's on. Okay. So Zorbot, if you'd like to leave the Google Hangout.
All right, I will leave.
All right.
Goodbye, man.
Okay.
See ya.
Then we can start off the match. All right. Alright, guys. We're live. Okay, so Zorbot starts with Fey Oracle. Trying to grab the upper font. They'll both fight for the middle font. We're going to see how things go. When I was interviewing Zorbot, he said that he hoped to rush Lord Q, but that he knew that UD has a lot of KF counters. Let's hope things fare well for both of them. Okay. Play Deep Elf Priestess, another 7 speed. Neither of them can grab the upper fonts on the first turn. But Deep Elf can move the game pretty fast with her Relocate Demon. Alright. Deep Elf Priestess moves. Gonna tell people. Training ground. Zorbot versus Lord Q. Sorry guys for doing this without informing you on the forums. But there were problems with Devil's Wrath schedule, and I found Zorbot on, Lord Q was on. We haven't chosen an FSer yet, so I think he's going to play versus Devil's Wrath, and Yo Banshee's going to play versus Dumpraise. We're waiting for those guys too. But yeah, let's enjoy this one. He plays Enforcer of the Circle, arguably one of the best, if not the best, tanks in KF. Hectine Void Wrecker, another legendary, and another tank. Not as good as the Enforcer, though. A lot of stuff. He's got regeneration. He's got that Bloody Bolt. He can hit with ranged. Yeah, he can assimilate, so he can heal. All the while, they're moving Fey Oracle. They can use Divert. Zorbot can use Divert on the Enforcer. So, yep, he moves in one more step and uses Divert on the Enforcers. Now we know who has Divert, which is obvious, really. Unlike other factions, KF does not have to move their champs to the minimum allowed AP, like 4 in this case, so that next turn he can be 11, because they have an extra +1 maximum AP. Alright, so he stayed there for some reason, did not move, did not contest. Lord Q is playing aggressive, that's how you should play UD. Plays Demonologist. A lot of ranged. Enforcer of the Circle moves in and gets 2 damage from the font. Alright. Oculi Slag. He's going to regenerate his Nora Reservoir. Going to have the upper hand, keep on spamming champs. Like Zorbot said in the interview, he's going to rush Lord Q, or at least try to. But right now, Lord Q is a pretty good setup. More champs coming in the way. Average cost is alright. Okay, so the music is back, by the way. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if it only works. Whoa. Oh. Tone it down. Alright. Oh, still tone it down. That's very high. Alright, so I don't know if you knew that, but the music did not work in the ranked lobby. I don't know if it only works here or not. We're going to be interviewing Lord Q after the match. See his insights into the match, how he felt where he was playing Zorbot. All right. Gonna tweak the effects as well. That is some deafening shit. All right, so effect. Okay. Resume. Moves in the Guru medium and phase shifts to ensure he will not get hit. Guru medium is a strong champ. It can produce a lot of meat. The manifestations. Right, we have a. Hey, check out chat for the match. All right. Something is going on apparently. Zorbot VG has a lot of stalls. Yeah, it's hard to get everyone on at the same time. Which it's 5. Make 5 calculator down. Zach, the lucky good player. Our counter. I'm getting asked, Z-Man, what are you talking about? 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2. Guys, why do you add a serial number after your names? Still love you, dude. Alright, he's moving his champs in. They're in a pretty bad position, yep. Decides to go aggressive. Alright, it's manifestation. Bananas. He's gonna swarm right there. Demonologist is a great champ. Not only does he have Evil Aura, which can heal him up, he has Life Drinker, he has Blood for Nora, he has a lot of stuff. And if he had an extra API thing, Chlor Q would have used Blood for Nora. A lot of people talking. Love you, Thunder. Yep. Love you too. Thanks for the interview. You're welcome. Hit him, and apparently he has the relic. I haven't seen that being played. Orb of Protection. Boom. He still blows up. But he's up to a lot of damage, which is cool. Enforcer is still pretty healthy, still pretty strong. I don't think they will take Enforcer anytime soon. Alright, so, I don't know, but I feel that Lord Q is not in the best position. I get irritated by the amount of runes. There are a lot of those out there. So he takes the Nora Globe, and boom, he disappears. Will not double hit the banner, but we'll get it. Right, so he does not, for some reason, he's just spending AP. Walking around, checking things, saying goodbye to the demonologist, and then going back. Demon Vine Vampire. Why is he so pissed off? Why is he bold? Why are vampires bold? Another question that has not been answered by mythology. Alright, so, demonologist can double hit him. Oh, so that is why he moved. Stupid me. Did not notice the bold. Alright. So he has an extra 5 defense. Which is cool. But I'm very tense. Even I am very tense. I don't know how the match is going to go. Neither of them have made a critical move yet. Alright, so he hits Enforcer once, William twice, and even if he hit him once, he has 6 HP regeneration per turn. Regeneration rank 3. Alright, so he hits him twice. He's going to heal up 6, going to have 14 damage. Willie, alright, so runs away with a demonologist. Void Tracker is still there. Void Racker, actually. Oh, she has some rack indeed. Alright, so let's see how people fare. The Demon Vine. Love the demon. I love him too. But the devil finds that he plays, so they place him. That moment when I was confirmed ice player for the Tournament of Champs. Oh, come on. Zach Maestro, was confirmed as the IS player, but we had already sent an invitation to Devils because his name came up before Zach, and Devils responded with an acceptance, and so yeah, sorry Zach for the billionth time. All right, so he plays Goblin Spellcaster. Love that champ. A lot of abilities. Hex. Relocate Foe is a huge plus, really. You can proc awesome power turns with that. Reckless Teleport. My God, range 7. And it almost always goes where you want it to go. At least for me when I played UD. Then you have Magical Bomb and cast Catcherize, and you don't know how much important Catcherize is because it inhibits a champ and gives him 10 fire damage. Moves away with the Enforcer of the Circle. Anyways, I think they have the Mother of the Manifestation somewhere here. She'll be a pain in the ass. Best thing about UD is, though, that when you move in to take a font, well, you get 2 damage, and if you're stealth, boom, we can see you. I can see you. You know, Sauron. Alright, Elven Bard. Not good enough! Alright. That's Zach Maestro, ladies and gentlemen, on the chat. Hello, Zach! Kisses and love. Alright. They're setting up their champs at either end of the battlefield. It's funny. Move in, people! Someone has to take the first step in, for God's sake. When I asked Zach Maestro, will the match be long? He said, well, yes, maybe, I hope not. Well, it looks like it's gonna be long. Alright, so, moves everything back. I can connect the dots with the Lord Q's champs. Alright, so Zach Maestro just producing more Nora with his Oculi Slags, chilling with his Oracle Fae, just chilling with everything really, and I don't know where the bear is, but he's somewhere here. I don't know if he was stealth because he hibernated or if he was stealth because he took the globe. Because there is an ability that stealths you up once you take the Nora globe. Alright, Kadar Doombringer with a charged heal is just chilling there. Elven Bard chilling there waiting to proc Battleheim, which is very worrying. Ricky J. Penn is telling me about Xcova and only. Well, we have an empty slot for FS. If any of you guys want to join up in the name of FS, seriously, we need that. Right? Will do, Ricky. I'm going to contact them. Thing is that a lot of the good FSers, the one nominated for the match were Taylor, a Flying Finn, and another dude whose name I cannot recall. But all of them have stopped playing, so at least they're not responding and they're not in Pox anymore. Hectani Bloodguard moves in the Goblin Spellcaster. That's cool. Wants to contest the font. Things are going really weirdly for both players. They're moving in, they're moving out, they're moving in, they're moving out. It's irritating like hell. Okay, moving out again with the priestess. Either player, whoever moves in first, will get screwed. Because both of them have this incredible setup. The machine for destruction. Maybe he can move in like the manifestation or something, but even if he did, then he's gonna reveal the position of his bear. Alright, so this bear is not in the font. Lord Q has just forced Zorbot to move in. I'd move in with a manifestation, just get a hit on Goblin Spellcaster. It's the best way to go. Look at those nails, though. Damn. Let's see how the chat is going. Everybody help Zach get the FS stuff. I'll play FS. Alright, so if Zach Meister's going to play FS, that'd be really cool. He's going to face up Devil's Wrath first. Okay, you'll be up against Devils if you do that. Right. Finally. I do not think that he thought about it. But well, so it is Hibernate. The ability that makes him disappear. That's. I don't like the ability Hibernate. I think that Garus need a more, well, it sounds cool, but they need a more efficient ability. Because they're huge champs. They're bears. How can bears kind of like disappear, except that they're standing in the same position, which is okay, which is Hibernate, but then again, I don't know. I don't like it. Alright, so he does what I'm saying, moves in, but hits the Mark Shield, which is cool. At least the Mark Shield will regenerate. That's gonna do an all-around hit. Alright, so moves in it. Blade of the Snake. That's a lot of damage. Whoa. What is he gonna do? Magical Bomb and then Hex or something? Remember that Deep Elf Priestess can just pull in any of them anytime. What? Why? Oh, why did you just do that, dude? He just said his own champ. I cannot believe. Is he gonna drive? Why? Oh, moves in. Finally, someone takes the first initiative and moves in. All right. So what he did is he revealed the Catharsis Bloom. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You can hit him. Wait, what? You cannot hit him. He's stealth. Yes. He just realized that you cannot hit him. You can see him. It's a bug. You cannot hit him. It's stealth. Oh, God. Well, it was an honest mistake. Alright. Now you can hit him if you reveal him. Alright, so who's he gonna move in with? Alright. Will he move in with the Enforcer? Yep, he's moving in with the Enforcer. Enforcer, of course, has Divert. If he manages to kill the Enforcer, that will be a huge win. We'll see what happens. Alright, so he's moving in for some sort of kill. Boom! Double that! Alright, he doubled it. A boom! Orba Collection is dead. That is the ultimate spamming! Yeah, for the win! Oh my god, that is so fucked up. Demon Vine! Goodbye, Demon. Alright, why, for God's sake, did you hit him with that 11 damage, dude? Alright, so, you can just kill the demon. Right, you can just kill the demon. A boom. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god, that is radiant sun thingy, right? Boom! Oh my god, that is one hell of a power turn. God! He wiped him out. It's over. He wiped him out. Shit. The amount of spell spamming is beyond me. 6 damage. Are you serious? Oh god. 9 damage. Alright, so 6 damage, but he removes the extra 5 defense. A ball. If he manages to kill it, then congrats, really. No, not yet. Alright! Exactly for the kill. Lord Q is not giving up yet. Can take it out. Okay. Move away. Alright. And he's gonna heal another 2 damage from Priestess. And he has Pawn. Meh. I don't know. Boom. Seriously? Are you freaking kidding me? God. Well, that is why he decided he'd kill it. Alright. Whoa. And it actually died! Lord Q thought of it correctly. He calculated everything, but he didn't count on the stealth champ. I'm gonna ask him. XX Lord Q. Right, it's XX. Okay. Lord Q, XX. He just vortexed something. Yes, he vortexed Doombringer, so it seems like it's not over yet. Tended the retry for Doomy. Right? So, he just played the soothing thing. Yeah, soothing serenade. Right, moves in the oculi slag. Moves in another oculi slag. Moves out Fey Oracle. He's retreating. He cannot take the fun without getting a lot of damage. Boom! Garu Miriam really kicking ass. Screaming Imp is summoned. Yep. Zach Maestro is saying that it's over. Yeah, it is over, really. Demonologist pacified. Shit just happened. The amount of spell spamming that happened just symbolizes KF. Oh my god. Uh, Alright, moves Priestess. He's thinking he's in a pretty bad position right now. Screaming Imp. Standing there. Summoned can do nothing. Time is running out. Maybe he has no relic. Seems like he has no relic. Boom. It's over. Was a great game while it lasted. Moves in manifestation. Hibernates. We're the Garu. If he manages to kill the Garu and take the lower fund, then that would be a miracle, but that would save him. Alright, it's over. Avenging Angel. The limited edition. Showing off the bling. Fear Oracle just standing there, supporting stuff. 68 health. Apparently it has something. Yeah. Oh yeah, so adaptive Gaither Forest. 15 damage, 68. Just walk, move it in. Kick some ass with Fey Oracle. And the Kedar Doombringer. I think that the Vortex backfired because he cast a Dark Pact on Voidwrecker. Didn't think of it before. But now that I think of it, he did not intend to Vortex his Kedar Doombringer all the way back. You can't fuck with the Slack power. Yes, Ricky, he is. He is. Alright, so a demonologist with his damage, his medical damage. Yep, hit him. Hit him twice! Move it! Boom! Lord Q will not give up. That's the best thing. That's the spirit. And he still needs to take that lower font, though. More of those manifestations will come if he does not kill the Garo. Seriously, kill the freaking bear. Okay, moves in with his real champ. That's a good move. But you get hit anyways next turn with a bear. Moves in Void Racker if he can stack it before it blows up from the short live. That'd be cool. That'd be a lot of Norb, really. Corona Book Huntress. That's cool. More is coming for Devil's Wrath. More is coming for Lord Q. Sorry for that. Because Zorbot was supposed to play versus Devil's Wrath. Come on. Alright. So, one sec. Alright, so a new manifestation is in play. Manifests a copy of itself. Behold. Screaming Imp hits the Avenging Angel. That's cool too. Alright, they heal it. Heals the Elven Bard. The Elven Bard was a 1 HP champ that was almost dead. Zorbot was so lucky. Any rules for your tournament? Thunder. Because if Devils plays IS AP denial, it will be super hard for anyone else to win. So Z-Man, if he's playing full faction, I don't care if he's playing with Zeventruck, really, if Zeventruck was a full faction hero. But I don't think he's going to play with AP denial. He's up against Tiny Dragon, Zorbot if he wins. We'll see who wins with Yo Banshee versus Dump Razor. So he's up against pretty tough players. But as long as it's full faction, it doesn't matter. I hope I answered you. I'm going to answer you again in the chat. Alright, so he does what? Slips. Alright. So he cannot move next turn. Why are you hating on the priestess? Alright, now. Seriously, why did you hate on the priestess? Oh, God. Catharsis Bloom heals the Slag army. Those are a lot of slags. All right. Yep. As long as it is full faction. MP. No problem. Devil's Wrath is having a comeback, really. Corona, Demonologist still up and running. Voidwrecker is gonna die. But not until he kicks some ass. What just happens? Angel, 4 damage. Alright, Screaming Imp. I've seen him beat top players with FFAP denial. Well, then he's gonna win! You know? Alright. Siphons off some of Zorbot's Oculi Slag's life. Confuse, faint. Voice touch. Alright, so Catharsis Bloom is producing more of itself, really. Kova! Alright, I'll ask you, Kova, after this. After this. So he hits with a Garo. Zach's the better FS. I don't even have a BG. I don't know. As long as we don't have an FS player, Devil's Wrath has no one to play against. We might skip FS altogether. I don't know. Alright, so he plays Enforcer of the Circle, who has balance. Heal with 3, damage with 3. Alright. Okay, so Demon Shield. Oh, that's cool. 20 AP because of Slip. That's why he played Demon Shield on her, because she's worth it. She'll kill a lot of champs. Alright. Hits Deep Elf Skeleton. Moves in for another hit. Bye-bye. Alright. Goodbye, Mr. Skeleton. I think that Voidwrecker is going to be sacked next turn. She has to be sacked next turn because of the Doom on her. It's really sad. I know they're called Doombringers, but I don't know. Giving them all Doom as a staple all the while having this insane amount of abilities. I don't know. It's just not right. So Lord Q, still no AP, which is weird. Seems like Slip gives you 2 turns with no AP and then 1 turn with 20. Boom! Kill the medium! The medium needs to die. Alright, so sack. Not you, Zach. Sacrifice. So, Zach Maestro, it would be awesome if you joined us as the FSer, really. That damn Catharsis Bloom. Whoa. Whoa! Why do you do that? Sacrifice! Quick light. Alright. You can play a billion champs right now. Ah, shit. Things are not going well. Yeah. An extra AP, that goddamn Garu medium. If it wasn't for hibernate, and if it wasn't for a couple of things, the game might have went differently. Blame the Norwegian. Always blame the Norwegian and the Slags. Oh, Slags are OP by nature. They can't help it really. Okay, so soothing frickin' serenade. That Elven Bard is pretty good for its cost too. Healing everywhere. Oh god. 42 charges. I mean, okay, so the match is over. Up next, we're gonna have a live interview with Lord Q. All right, so wait up for the interview. I'm gonna go off for a couple of minutes, connect Lord, and then join you guys.